What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we got some more transfer portal news as Michigan is going after another cornerback target as well as another wide receiver. Plus we talk about the quarterback battle, where things stand right now, and Sherrone Moore talks about Justin Tress and the strength program as well as maintaining the success here at Michigan. We also got some recruiting news as Brian Jean-Mary has offered a top-rated linebacker in the 2026 class, as well as what's next for Michigan running back recruiting in the 2025 class. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So we got some transfer portal news here that I wanted to talk about first. Now we have already talked about a couple of transfer portal targets, defensive back targets in our last video, like Wake Forest cornerback transfer Deshaun Jones, also Texas A&M safety transfer Jacoby Matthews, and the Michigan State safety transfer Jaden Mangham. And the latest on that is Michigan and Mangham were trying to set up a visit. Michigan did recruit him in the 2022 class. However, they were recruiting him as a wide receiver. Michigan State was recruiting him as a defensive back. Michigan State eventually won, but now Michigan, they want him as a defensive back here, so that is one option in the transfer portal. There's also been news that Michigan is showing interest in the Texas transfer cornerback Terrence Brooks, 6', 200-pound player who played 2 seasons at Texas and will have 2 years of eligibility remaining. Last year, he played in 14 games with 13 starts as he had 20 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 6 pass breakups. And according to On3's Hayes Fawcett, Brooks has heard from 27 schools, including Michigan. He was a 5-star recruit in the 2022 class on On3 rankings. Obviously, Michigan plays Texas September 7th, the second week of the college football season, which is going to get the whole college football world's attention. But Michigan is in play here as they have been in contact with the Texas cornerback transfer Terrence Brooks. Would be another guy who would be a big-time addition. Defensive backs coach Lamar Morgan is making him a priority, so Michigan potentially in contention there. And Michigan, they have added 2 wide receiver additions from the transfer portal already out of CJ Charleston from Youngstown State, and the big one, Amorion Walker, who switched from wide receiver to defensive back. Now he should be playing as wide receiver here for Michigan, a 6'3" player who is lengthy and should be their taller and bigger bodied receiver that they need. However, Michigan has made contact to another wide receiver target, and that is Elijah Badger from Arizona State. He's a 6'2", 190-pound wide receiver, was a junior last year, and he had 65 receptions for 713 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also, as a sophomore in his 2022 season, he had 70 receptions for 866 yards and 7 touchdowns. He'll have 1 season of eligibility remaining. He is one of the top available players in the transfer portal at wide receiver, though, so it is going to be tough for Michigan to bring him in, but that is another option for Michigan there. And real quick here, Michigan has also reached out to the Akron running back Blake Hester. He's a return specialist who handled kicks for Akron last season, and special teams coordinator J.B. Brown has shown interest in him. In 2023, played in 12 games for Akron, had 31 kickoff return attempts for 579 total yards, had a season-long return of 47, have 1 year of eligibility remaining, so we'll see if Michigan does indeed push for him. Could just be, a nice depth adder for the Wolverines. But let me know what you guys think about those players. Then I also wanted to talk about the quarterback battle for Michigan, as according to Chris Ballas of the Wolverine, so the players and a few others they've spoken to said they believed it would be a combination of Tuttle and Orji, but to keep an eye on Davis Warren. He obviously had a good spring game, but Michigan, it appears they are going to roll with the guys they have, aren't going to pursue any quarterbacks in the portal, and it should be a wide open competition heading into fall. Now, they like Tuttle's experience. Some people have said that Michigan, all they need is a 2016 Wilton Speight, and many people think that Jack Tuttle can be that, except he'd be a more mobile version. But right now it does appear that Alex Orji is in the lead, and I'm sure if a game was played today, Alex Orji would most likely be your starting quarterback. I mean, he's got everything that you would want out of a quarterback. He's just got to work on his passing game, and I mean, if he can get the accuracy down, not put the ball in harm's way, he could be a very great quarterback for Michigan. His athleticism is through the roof, so we'll see how the offseason goes. I'm sure we'll get some tidbits of rumors and news going on around the quarterback battle as the offseason progresses. But the next thing I did want to talk about is Sherrone Moore, as he spoke to the media. Now, first, he talked about new strength coach Justin Tress. He said he's done an outstanding job. Herb was outstanding, but Tress knows he's not Herb, and Tress does it his way. He said the same process and implementation that he's done is what Herb did. He was right by him the last 6 years and just continued to escalate, continue to progress and make the players better. He said he's done a tremendous job with his staff, with new wrinkles and stuff we've done a little differently. So the guys have loved it and appreciated it. And he also said the players came in spring ready to go, and it felt like sometimes we would practice and they could go another hour. So very cool to hear that. And Sherrone Moore also just talked about maintaining the success. He said, I think the goals always stay the same. The goals are to beat our rivals, win the Big Ten, beat Ohio State, make the playoff, win the playoff. So the goals stay the same, and the process in which we do things will stay the same. And I said the people are different. The people are always different every year. So we're just going to attack the process every day, do it how we know best, and put our heads down and work. Speaking about being the head coach so far, he said it's been great. There's been things that go on every single day that are different that you have to handle, but he's excited about everything that's gone on and wants to keep progressing. That's what Sherrone Moore had to say about Justin Tress and maintaining the success here at Michigan. It's going to be a challenging first year for Sherrone Moore. A lot of big games on the schedule. It's going to test him and this team right away in Sherrone Moore's first year, but I am excited for him, excited for this team, because they definitely have the talent, to potentially have another great season, have a shot at winning the Big Ten and potentially going to the playoffs again, especially with this defense. Next thing I did want to talk about was some recruiting news, though, to end this video out, or to close this video out. First guy I wanted to talk about is the 2026 four-star linebacker, Jamichael Garrett from Gulf Shores High School in the state of Alabama, ranked as the number 9 linebacker in the class, ranked 112th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings. Now, there is one crystal ball prediction going in favor to Auburn. However, Michigan coaching staff has been on the road on the recruiting trail. Linebackers coach Brian Jean Mary has been going by several high schools and handed out a few new offers, including one to Jamichael Garrett. And Garrett told Bryce Merritt of the Michigan Insider that I was surprised. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to get an offer from Michigan that day. And he said Michigan is most definitely a top school now. So Brian Jean Mary potentially getting Michigan in the mix for a top-rated 2026 linebacker. Then I also wanted to talk about running back recruiting in the 2025 class for Michigan, as we obviously missed on Marquise Davis, and now I'm sure Michigan's attention will switch over to the 2025 four-star running back Iverson Howard from the state of Maryland, ranked 383rd nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings. He has been very high on Michigan, and according to E.G. Holland of Wolverine, he said that it's clear Howard wants to be in Ann Arbor, and now with Marquise Davis off the board, it's time for Michigan to make the push. Right now, he has official visits set up for Michigan on June 7th and Florida State on June 14th, and those seem to be right now the two contenders to land Iverson Howard. And don't get me wrong, it sucked to lose Marquise Davis to Kentucky, but if Tony Alford and Michigan is able to land Iverson Howard in the 2025 class, I would be fine by that, because this kid is very talented despite his lower rating. But with that, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. And other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.